I'm going to continue reading our story, Toby's story. It really has me thinking, is Toby really going to make it in this world where he's going to help other people? Is he really doing his job? Is he going to get to stay, or is Mrs. Fran going to kick him out? I'm really curious to find out. So I'm going to jump right in to chapter 8. So, are you guys ready? Here we go. Dorothy and I played outside most days after that. My favorite game, though, was running down the hallways. Sometimes Mona played with me. Sometimes Patsy did. Every now and then, Eddie joined in. It was always sensational. Fran never played. But sometimes she watched. I wish she would take part. She never smelled very happy. And a good game of chase would probably make things better. But one day, Fran came to me where I was having a quick snooze on the couch next to Dorothy. She clipped the leash on my collar and told me to come with her. Woo! Is this a good thing? Do you think? All right, let's find out. I heard, come. So I hopped off the couch and followed Fran, but didn't know how to do training right. She did not give me a treat or even any petting or praise for walking by her side. She took me to a room with a desk in it. The desk was one of those plastic boxes that Patsy sometimes stared at. Fran sat down in a chair and waited. I waited too. It was dull. I sniffed along the carpet, but nothing smelled like food. I checked the wastebasket under the desk, but Fran made a disapproving grunt and pushed me away with her foot. I always smelled like paper, anyways. Paper is not much fun to chew. So I was very happy when Patsy and Mona walked into the office a short time later. They understood playing much better than Fran did. Anybody else getting a bad feeling about this? Starting to worry about our friend. Except they didn't seem to have forgotten because the three of them just stood there and looked at each other and said words. Lots of words. Humans like to do this almost as much as they like to stare at boxes with pictures on them. The dog is not working out, Fran said firmly. Mona gasped. Toby? I looked up hopefully and wagged harder. She said my name. Playing? Soon? Treats? Maybe? But she didn't even look at me. He tears up, down, and up and down the halls. Like this is a racetrack, Fran said. Yesterday I saw him running around the hospice ward. The people there need peace and quiet and comfort, not a steeplechase. Eddie and I grabbed him right away, Mona said. Fran was frowning. That's not the point. However, they were talking about it and it didn't seem to involve me or to play ball, to throw, or there's nothing to play with. A dog can improvise. Fran had let my leash drop and I wandered away from her and I jumped onto the small couch in the corner of the room. I think he's calming down a lot, Mona said nervously. And all the residents love him, Patsy added. I see him brighten up when he walks into a room. Did you know that Dorothy goes outside to throw the ball for him nearly every day? I couldn't get her to engage in anything before this. All she wanted was to watch television. She hardly talked to anybody. Now she's going outside daily because of Toby. That hardly makes up for any of the disruption, Fran said. And can you get him off my couch, please? There were two soft cushions on the couch. I grabbed one and sank my teeth into it deeply. It was just the right size to shake hard. I shook it, and stitches ripped. Toby, no! Mona wailed. She tried to grab the cushion from my hand. Excellent! Tug! I love Tug! I jumped down and I braced my feet into the carpet and did my best resist as Mona tried to drag the cushion from my mouth. I wouldn't let her. I was going to win. But when Mona very unfairly worked her fingers into my mouth to force my jaw open and snatched the pillow away from me, Mona threw the cushion back onto the couch, sat down on the floor, and picked me up, holding me on her lap. I could feel she was worried, but I couldn't see why. We'd play another game soon. The point is, he's not trainable, Fran said. I gave him this every chance, but he's a young beagle, and beagles got way too much energy. He's not safe. He's going to knock someone over and make them trip. The way he tears through the hallways. No, it's not working out, and there's nothing left to try. Take an ad out of a paper, online, whatever. We have to get rid of this dog. Mona gasped. As if something hurt her, she held me tightly to her chest. It was not very comfortable, but I could tell she needed me, so I didn't struggle. I did squirm around so I could lick her chin. Get rid of Toby? She asked. You can't. You just can't. She said my name. I loved Mona, so I licked her harder. Mona, Patsy said, bring Toby and come with me. Mona and Patsy went back into a little room that smelled like Patsy. Mona sat down on the floor and cuddled me close. We can't just get rid of him, she wailed, and tears slid down her face. They tasted salty. He hasn't done anything wrong. I know he hasn't, Patsy said. She sounded sad too. I would go over and lick her face soon. That would help. Fran does not have a point, though, Mona. Fran does have a point then, there, Mona. We thought he was calm and easygoing puppy when we got him. But the truth is, he wasn't well. Thank goodness we figured that out and helped him. But now, well, he's a beagle. And beagles love to run. If we could just take him home, Mona said. You know we can't. No pets. It's the apartment rule. I know. Mona wiped her face. But Fran's not right about the training. Toby's really smart. He picks things up quickly. Except stay or lay still, Patsy said gently. My ears drooped as the sound of these words. We're going through training now? Now? If we could just had a little more time, I could teach him, Mona said. Please, Mom. He's such a good dog. I wagged. I like being a good dog. Patsy sighed. I'll do what I can, Mona, but don't get your hopes up. I can drag my feet a little about putting out an ad, but Fran's the boss here. If she says Toby has to go, there's nothing either you or I can do. The next morning, when I went to see Dorothy, Patsy and Mona were already there. Of course I'll try, I heard Dorothy say. Anything for Toby. I raced up to Dorothy, who was sitting on her wheelchair. But we didn't go outside. I watched, puzzled as Patsy helped Dorothy move out of her wheelchair and sit on the couch. I looked all over for the little ball. I didn't see it anywhere. Mona patted the couch next to Dorothy. Up here, Toby. I jumped up and I sniffed at Dorothy's lap. Was the ball there? Toby, sit, Mona said. I sighed and sat. Oh, well, if I must. Down, Mona said. I reluctantly slid on my belly right next to Dorothy. Training was not anywhere near as fun as chasing a ball. Now, lie still, Toby. Lie still, Mona said. She backed up a few steps. It seemed as if she was holding her breath. Dorothy's soft, gentle hand touched my head and stroked all the way down my back. I wagged twice. Then I hopped up and stuck my head under one of those cushions. Maybe the ball was here, since Dorothy seemed to have forgotten it. I figured it was my job to remind her. Toby, no, Mona said. I pulled my head out from under the cushion and looked at her in surprise. No. Why was she saying no? She told me to sit and lie down. I did it. Why did training mean having to do things so many times? Lie still, Toby, Mona told me. I looked up at her hopefully. Where were we going to play? Okay, Mona whispered. We won't make him do it for long, just a few seconds more. Suddenly, I had an idea. My ears twitched with excitement. Maybe the little ball was lost. Maybe that's why we weren't playing with it. All I had to do was bring Dorothy was another toy. I leaped off the couch, raced out of the room. Next to my bed was a basket full of toys. I dug through it and found one that I liked a lot, a braided rope with a ring at the one end. With that in my teeth, I trotted back to the TV room. Dorothy was still on the couch. Mona was sitting on it too, looking discouraged. I jumped up and laid the rope in Dorothy's lap. I solved the problem. Now we could play. That would definitely cheer Dorothy up. Mona, too. Oh, Toby, Mona groaned. I played Lie Still for quite a few seconds of my friends that day. Mona seemed to have forgotten the rules of the game, though, because I never got any treats. I forgave her. I love her very much. When she put me in my bed before the night, she kissed the top of my head. I felt so much love for her that my tail beat against the soft blankets. Toby, you have to do better, she whispered to me. You've got to learn this. I love hearing Mona say my name. I licked her nose. I couldn't wait to play more tomorrow. Oh, friends, how are we feeling right now? Is Toby going to make it? Are they going to keep him? Or is Fran going to get her way and he has to leave? We'll have to wait until chapter 9 to find out what's happening. Until next time, talk to you later. Bye, friends.